Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together. Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
You start your morning right.
I'm Paul Lopez.
I'm Jamie Rock.
And good morning, Belize. It's Thursday, February 19th, 2026. And I have Jamie Rock joining me. I have the pleasure of having you joining me on set this morning.
I said people must have said Sabrina look really different today.
She does. It's not Sabrina, it's Jamie. It's a pleasure having you on set though.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
I especially like being with you. I feel like we have good banter.
That's good. I appreciate hearing that. Sabrina is a bit under the weather.
Yeah,
I just kind of let people know simply because she made a complaint from earlier this week. For Tuesday she come on set and she told me like she never feel well. In fact, she forced herself to be on set on Tuesday, and so on Wednesday, yesterday, she kind of felt a bit better to come on the morning show, and then her symptoms grew progressively worse throughout the day, right? So our thoughts are with Sabrina, our prayers are with Sabrina, our well wishes are with Sabrina. She says she'll visit the doctor today to kind of get an understanding of what's happening. Yeah. There's a lot of medical conditions right now that's being discussed. You hear about the flu, we hear about tuberculosis, we hear about malaria, right? So she could fall in at any one of that category at this point. Very true.
But I'm really happy that she made the decision to go to the doctor. I feel, especially as women, we kind of want to tough it out. And so it's just fine, we'll get over it. But it's really good that she's, let me just see a professional about it. Because you never know.
You never know what it could just be a common flu.
And it could be exhaustion. This job is very intense. So.
And I know a lot of exhaustion. Oh, that's a huge one. Don't get me started on how exhaustion could take a toll on your body and make you feel like you're just getting close to the grave when really you're just tired,
literally.
Right? But I know that a lot of people have commented throughout the course of the week that they too have been suffering or going through certain symptoms similar to hers, whether it's just flu and stuff like that. So I know that a lot of people out there can relate, right?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
So that's just a little update. But apart from that, we're still gonna have fun this morning.
Of course.
We have some exciting conversations to delve into in terms of our show lineup. And then we also have some topics for the 5 things you need to know. And so I'm going to jump right into our show lineup. Speaking about illness, in our first conversation, we're going to be having a conversation that's geared towards understanding the rise in mosquito-borne illnesses. Yeah, that's a very interesting one. You're talking the malaria, the dengue, the chikungunya, all of that. We're going to be talking about those. And then in a second conversation, it's finally here. The NEBL opens a new season of Belizean basketball. And so that kicks off tomorrow night. We're going to be having that conversation on set today. Thirdly, Dara brings back timeless old school vibes. So Dara again with another event for the people. And so we're going to be hearing from Dara on that. And then last but not least, you came on the right day, Jamie, because we're going to be having a little competition between the both of us. I know you very competitive.
That's my kryptonite competition.
So the hosts, we're going to be testing our skills with the letter lock challenge. We never know about their game, like in terms of them being new to me. A lot of the games that the producers bring are usually new to me, but I usually enjoy them.
That makes me feel proud of you because it means that you're not scrolling a lot. Or maybe you're on a different side of the internet.
So this, make I guess then, this is our TikTok thing.
Probably. I don't have TikTok, but they make the rounds.
Yeah. And that usually, them people back then, they're young and they're young at heart.
Yes.
So they always up on TikTok to find new challenges and trending challenges. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of their TikTok ones. But
definitely.
Jamie, we also have the 5 things you need to know.
Yes.
Do you want to introduce those?
So the 5 things you need to know, Belize. First, the Canoe Association and paddlers' discontent with the La Ruta Maya change. I'm really interested in this one because changing a very long-standing tradition as La Ruta Maya is definitely a trending topic. And then secondly, the Ministry for Education confirms tuberculosis cases in 2 schools, which is really interesting. You read about TB in like the 60s and old novels. So it's really interesting that it's here in Belize. And then the Rotary Belize Children's Project continues to transform lives. And we're always proud of what the Rotary is doing here in Belize to make a difference in our country. Then is the stigma associated around GLP-1s, taking weight loss drugs, disappearing. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then finally, the Belize is under scrutiny by the U.S. for alleged corruption in our country. So we're going to talk about that as well. Those are the 5 things you need to know.
Excellent, Jamie. So we could jump into the first one, which is the Canoe Association and the paddlers and their discontent with the La Ruta Maya route change. I have to say it's a possible change because it hasn't been set in stone. It hasn't been confirmed. There's still deliberations ongoing. So we've heard from the vice president of the Belize Canoe Association, and what he has told us is that he still hasn't gotten an explanation or seen a true reason as to why they're even proposing a change to the route. And he's also said that he's questioning whether it is for the benefit of the paddlers or for the benefit of the organizers, in essence questioning if it is putting profit over the paddlers. And for those who aren't fully abreast with the conversation, though it's been happening for a couple of days, the proposition is to have the final leg of the long-standing La Ruta Maya race finish at Grand Resort. So that essentially takes away 30 minutes of racing away from the traditional route, right? And what we also heard the vice president of the association say yesterday is that 30 minutes, that route within the Belize City channel, if you would, that is perhaps the most rigorous and challenging and taxing portion of the race. And he described it as that portion separating the men from the boys, or the women from the girls. Or the women from the girls. But in today's time, the boys from the men and the girls from the women, because the way he described it is that the younger paddlers are now more fit than the older and more experienced paddlers, right? And so we heard from him. And then we also heard from one paddler who is a prominent figure in the paddling and canoe racing community, Mr. Carlos Linares. I've interviewed him on multiple occasions for multiple races. He has a few gold medals under his belt as well. He's really good at what he does. And he says that he was stunned by the information because it caught him off guard, as it did many paddlers. He says that they were not consulted, that it came from, information came to him from a discussion on a morning show elsewhere, and that they believe that this is, well, they don't see a rationale that explains why this is in the best interest of the paddlers. And he says that it's taking away from the excitement of the race, and that essentially it could lead ultimately to the death of this traditional race, this annual traditional race. And so what he also said finally is that if the change actually takes place, that this will be his last year participating in the race, because he believes that changes like these should have a level of consultation with paddlers to ensure that that you know, there's input and that there's that sort of engagement that is necessary, so that it is first and foremost about paddlers and not necessarily about what people are suggesting, which is profits before paddlers.
Definitely. I'm particularly interested in this because I'm right now doing a doctoral program and my concentration is change management. And one of the things they teach you about change management is, first of all, that we all know people abhor change. They don't like change, you know, change, especially unexpected change, sudden change, change where they haven't been consulted. And so this just makes me realize how, as a society, when you want to touch something as sacred and as long-standing and as full of tradition as La Ruta Maya, it can't be something that feels like a spur-of-the-moment decision. And worse, it can't be that it feels like we're doing this change because this might bring us more money. What was surprising to me about it is that it came right now. Like La Ruta Maya is in a couple weeks.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
You know, if a change was supposed to happen, I think it would have made more sense to propose that change from last year, to prepare, because you have an entire year to prepare for La Ruta Maya. And so if it is true, like Mr. Linares is saying, that, you know, the paddlers weren't consulted and that it seems more of a profit-driven decision, then I don't think that this is the right move right now. Controversy around something that is so uncontroversial, like La Ruta Maya, feels very, very strange. So I really hope that there's a resolution, that there's no bad blood that, you know, is associated with this. I know that's part of life. That, you know, there's, you know, conflict and disagreements, but this is something we don't want to taint. La Ruta Maya is such a Belizean, it belongs to all of us, and we want to make sure that it is just organized in the best interest of everyone, the paddlers, the organizers, the people who watch it, the people who bring their children to the river to experience this thing that belongs to us. So I'm really hopeful that all of the decisions around it going forward is done in a way that puts La Ruta Maya first.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and over the past 2 days, I've found it very difficult to find positive reviews or support for the proposed change. But you have to understand that the committee, in essence, operates independent of the association.
Oh, wow.
Right. And so the association looks after the interest of the paddlers, right? That's what an association is there to do. But the committee operates independent of them, and that has been the case for a very long time, if not for the entirety of the race. And so perhaps coming out of this disgruntlement, there may be an opportunity for more collaboration going forward to keep the race alive. Because there's also conversations by the committee about the need for more paddlers to join the race, the need for younger paddlers to join the race. And I don't know that they can achieve that in isolation from the association that knows the paddlers, understands the paddlers, is in direct communication with the paddlers. And so there's a disconnect when you want that, but in essence, the association is not involved in the planning and the running of the race.
There's no representative from the association on the committee?
Based on the vice president, there is none. Right?
That's wild.
Yeah, right. So it isn't as necessarily a race that is sanctioned by the association. Sanctioned races comes with a lot more accountability and oversight from the association. And so, yes, perhaps there's an opportunity there moving forward for better and increased collaboration.
Yeah, definitely. There's always opportunities for lessons learned. And if there's, a resistance to seeing what the lesson is, then it makes me feel that it's leaning towards, well, maybe this is a profit-driven decision. Maybe this is about, how we can, what's best for us and what we think is best. So I hope, that's my hope, that there's a lesson learned coming out of this, that there's room for development and improvement and expansion. Like you mentioned, bringing in younger persons to keep on the tradition of La Ruta Maya, because it's not something that, belongs to just the older generation, or it belongs to all of us, like I said.
I agree, 100%. All right, so moving on from that topic now, we could jump into the fact that the Ministry of Education confirmed yesterday 2 tuberculosis cases in 2 schools.
Yes.
I have a confession to make. When I found out yesterday that these cases were confirmed, I had to consult Mr. Google.
Okay.
I had to consult Mr. Google to get a clearer understanding of what tuberculosis is.
Yeah.
In my day-to-day, nobody talks about tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Nobody defines that and talks about the symptoms of it, talks about how it's spread, how you could contract it. And so I really had to go and do a quick research, and I'm like, okay, the symptoms sounds very similar to other types of diseases that we have, right? And so the ministry yesterday identified, they positively identified the disease in 2 students. One is involving a student at EP York and another a student at Efficius Primary School. So quickly looking at what tuberculosis is, for those who's not aware, it's an infectious disease caused by a bacteria, and it primarily affects the lungs, but it can also affect any other part of the body. It could affect your brain, it could affect your kidney, it could affect your spine. And how it spreads? Well, it spreads through the air. Sounds very similar to, I don't want to say that word, COVID, right? In terms of how it spreads. Those particles can spread when somebody coughs or when somebody sneezes. But what's important to note, just to allay some of the fears and concerns that people might have, is that you can't spread it by sharing food. You can't spread it by touching somebody's hands who's infected, or you can't spread it by touching the surface that somebody with tuberculosis touched. And so also further alleviate fears, while symptoms can be severe, it's also a curable disease.
Definitely.
So that's something else that I'm learning. So the symptoms finally include persistent coughs, sometimes so severe that you even bring up blood. Right? Do you have chest pain, you have fever, fatigue, weight loss. So not to diminish the severity of it, it's a serious infection.
Definitely. You can die from it.
You can die from it. And so we saw where the ministry announced yesterday that 2 students have been confirmed to have contracted tuberculosis. But according to the ministry, the students are being treated because, like I said, it's treatable, curable, and that they're responding well to it.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of living in 2026. You know? I remember the first time I heard about tuberculosis, I watched that movie, Angela's Ashes. It's an Irish movie, and they didn't call it tuberculosis. They said, oh, they have the consumption.
The consumption.
The consumption, because it kind of consumes your body, and then you're coughing up this blood, and it was just very strange to these people, because I think the book was set in the early 70s or something like that. It's a movie based on a book. But yeah, it was very scary. not a lot known about this disease, but the benefit of living in the 21st century now, we have so much more data, so much more information, so much more good medicine, so much more qualified professionals, a lot more researchers. And so I feel like nowadays when you hear somebody has TB, it doesn't feel like a death sentence anymore. It doesn't feel like something that's so foreign and so what is this? It feels more like, well, we have really good doctors and really good medicine, really good technology nowadays, and really good information. One of the, like I said, mentioned earlier, I'm really happy that Sabrina went to see the doctor, because you know you can't be figuring these things out on your own. Because we live in a culture where people are very good to put some camphor in some water and drink it.
Use Vicks.
Or put Vicks.
Put Vicks on it. Everything cured.
Can't put Vicks on TB. Cannot. No, the nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that we have more information to make really good, better decisions.
I think before we move on from this topic, I think where the concern lies is with those high-risk citizens, the elderly, those who have underlying conditions, and what could happen is that these children could take that disease, and those individuals, not only at home but in society, could become infected through talking, through coughing, through sneezing in the public, on the public bus, at a store, wherever, at a restaurant, wherever they go. And so I think that's particularly why they, in the face of modern medicine and all this advancement, they need to conduct their surveillance.
For sure.
And they need to identify the source, identify that ground zero, if you would. And I'm interested to see where that study leads, to kind of get a sense of where it came from, the origin of it here in Belize in this moment, and how they could put a stop to it. So we'll continue to follow this to see what developments are going to be presented to us. And speaking about modern medicine, there's one conversation we want to touch on this morning that isn't necessarily a wave in Belize as yet, but you know what? I think it's going to come. I think it's going to happen. Okay. We're talking about weight loss drugs, also referred to as
GLP-1s.
GLP-1s. So GLP-1s, we have them in our body naturally.
Yes.
They're hormones.
Yes, definitely.
In our bodies. And then what modern medicine has been able to do, they've been able to replicate that, correct?
Right.
In like a pill or an injection. And so now humans can take that hormone and it can help them with weight management. I like the term weight management, right? You manage your weight.
Definitely.
But it's also for weight loss. So people primarily use it for weight loss. And there's a couple names, one brand in particular that a lot of people knows about. Ozempic. Right? And what I find interesting is that now more and more well-known figures across the world and society are coming out, and they're being more transparent about their use of Ozempic and other forms of GLP-1s to lose weight and to manage their weight in a way, as a way to take away the stigma that's associated with these types of drugs.
Yeah, because people see it as a shortcut.
As a shortcut?
Yeah, and it's actually, so the drug is semaglutide, because I'm going to kind of flex a little bit.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I've asked my sister about this, because my sister is a doctor. And so the drug is, there are a couple on the market. There's a semaglutide, and the brand is Ozempic and the Wegovy's. And then there's a tirzepatide, which is the Manjaros and the Zepbounds. Recently, we saw Serena Williams come out saying that she's on a GLP-1 to help her with her weight loss. But I recently watched a podcast with Oprah. She co-wrote a book with a doctor called Enough. And they talked about having an enough point. So our bodies are designed to help us survive, right? And so we have a a weight, a number, where our bodies say, when I'm at this number, I'm my healthiest. I'm in my survival mode. I'm in my thriving mode. And so that's where my body wants to stay. So for some people, that number might be 200 pounds. For some people, that number might be 100 pounds. For some people, that number might be 150. So it all depends on how your body is designed. I was listening to Serena on the podcast, and she was saying, I am the GOAT. I am this world-class athlete, Grand Slam, 27-time Grand Slam champion, and I couldn't lose the weight, especially after childbirth.
Yes, post-pregnancy.
And so she was saying trying the GLP-1s, I don't know what type of GLP-1 she's on, if it was a semaglutide or a tirzepatide or whatever it was, but she said she dropped the weight with the help of that medication. And the reason why she's unashamed or unabashedly ashamed to talk about it is because obesity and high weight is actually not always caused by bad eating habits or bad practices or bad lifestyle decision. It's caused by sometimes just your genetics. Your body says, I need to be at this certain weight in order to survive.
Welcome to my world.
Right. In my family as well, we have, more what people would label heavier set people.
Big bone people.
Yes, and then we kind of put other people who seem to be thin or seem to on this pedestal as if they chose, like they're so disciplined, like they chose that. When in reality, we don't choose our body composition. We don't choose our weight. There are certain things that contribute to the fluctuation of our weight or the loss or the. But anyways, going back to the topic of the GLP-1s, I think I'm really happy that we're at this stage. When it came out, you call people Ozempic face, or they had a song, Ozempic, kind of like to make fun of it. But it's actually just like any other medication, a tool to help you manage a disease, which is obesity. We don't shame people for using blood pressure medication. Right. We don't shame people for using hypertension medication. We don't shame people for using diabetes medication. And so it's like, again, we talked about modern medicine. When researchers and doctors first discovered the benefits of semaglutide, this is designed for people who are diabetic. Right. So seeing how that can not only help you with managing your diabetes, helping you manage your weight loss, helping you manage your pressure, there are even some studies that show that it helps women with PCOS, polycystic ovaries. Managing heart disease, which is the #1 killer of men and women globally. So I'm very interested to see how the wave of these GLP-1 continues, where it becomes more accessible also, because it's super expensive.
Yes.
And the majority of the population who do struggle with obesity and other health weight-related health conditions like diabetes and hypertension, they can't really access things like this. In fact, it's not even covered by insurance. So it's definitely, now that all of these prominent figures, these celebrities are talking about it, I hope it doesn't go on the trend where it becomes kind of exclusive and more expensive, but it opens up access so that persons who really do struggle with these health-related diseases like high weight, obesity, and can be around for longer to take care of their families and to live a higher quality of life.
So just word to the wise: be careful, because you're
talk to your
going
doctor.
You're going to start to be labeled the Ozempic evangelist. If you're not mindful of.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind, especially because I feel like like we talked about earlier, as humans are very opposed to change, and we like to label things as bad when we don't know the information, when we don't know what it's about.
I agree.
And so I'm happy to be, especially because in this program, like I mentioned, I'm studying about change management, happy to be the one to bring the good news rather than to bring the bad news.
So what in closing, what I've come to understand is that what the medication sort of does is that it slows the emptying of the stomach.
Yes.
So it makes you feel full longer.
Yeah.
Right? And so you don't feel like you have to eat constantly.
Right.
And
It quiets the food noise.
Right, it quiets the food noise. So just in layman terms, so people to kind of understand what it does, I'd like to think that as a culture and as a society, we are not there yet. We're not having these conversations to kind of look at the realities and the possibilities and the opportunities that can be opened with having access to this sort of medical discovery or a drug that a lot of people are now taking. I saw, I think, one health facility in Belize promote it some months back. But my understanding was that it's very expensive.
It is very
but
expensive.
I know personally family members that have struggled with weight loss all their lives.
Their entire lives,
I have a sister who her health or weight has been a struggle for her, and she's asthmatic as well. Of course, you have to consult doctors, but I'm thinking about the possibility that something like this could open the door that this could open to her, because a lot of her underlying conditions are tied to her weight, right?
Definitely.
And the recommendation has been time and time again to lose weight, but that has been a huge struggle for years for one reason or the other, and it's life-threatening in a lot of cases. And I'm thinking of what something like this could do for her in terms of helping her to lose the weight or manage the weight, helping her to get over some of those underlying conditions, and over time live a longer life for her child and for her family to be here longer. I've also seen where persons women going through menopause talk about the challenges of weight loss and how these drugs have helped them to lose weight. So yes, so it's a good discussion to have, and I'm glad we brought it up this morning. And I'm sure we're way ahead of the trend in Belize with this.
Sure.
But when it happens and when it does come, we could say that we've been talking about it for some time.
And kind of destigmatizing it.
All right, and so we want to touch on perhaps one more topic. We're on the topic of medicine, and yesterday there was a very heartwarming story that came out of a collaboration between the Rotary Club of Belmopan and the Belize Healthcare Partners, right? And so it had to do, we actually had the representative from the Belmopan Rotary Club on set with us yesterday announcing that they're partnering with Belize Healthcare Partners and some specialists from the US to look at kids that has certain bone conditions and to help them address these conditions. And we were able yesterday to zone in on the story of one young girl who was born who had a birth defect, something we call clubfoot. Right? And it was amazing and jaw-dropping, again talking about modern medicine and medical miracles, to see how this child has been transformed through this process from having clubfoot to now being able to walk and run and be active as normal as she can, and as any child can. And for me, it speaks volumes. And what's even more amazing, looking at her story, is the fact that the Rotary Club, they are sponsoring most, if not all, of the expenses that's associated with the medical treatment, that's associated with the travel, that's associated with the stay. So this is real transformation, not only for this child, but her family and for the community and the school that she comes from. So this is good. news not always have to be bad.
Right.
Right? And
Yeah.
this was one of those heartwarming stories that really touched me yesterday.
Yeah, it just reminds us that these medical interventions, the bottom line is to improve our quality of life.
Yeah.
You know, the GLP-1s, a reconstructive surgery, we're supposed to be thriving, you know,
Yeah.
not just surviving
That is
as
true.
human beings. And so it's really important that there are interventions, not just at the family level, but at the community level, in the way that Rotary has done to support, to say, I'm my brother's keeper, I'm my neighbor's keeper, and to look out for those in the community, because, you know, I'm sure this young lady is going to have that much more of a thriving quality of life, because she doesn't have to go through the bullying that comes with looking different,
Right.
or having a different experience, because I know a lie, primary school and high school kids are mean. I know, because I used to be in high school and I used to be in primary school, and you know, people can be really, really cruel. And so I'm really happy for her that she's had this opportunity. I'm happy that our community has stepped up to support her in her journey. I'm happy that there are medical professionals who don't just see it as a way to, you know, I'm going to be a doctor, make money, and then live my own life, but I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to do no harm. I'm going to serve this community and my world, even beyond my community, because these doctors are from the United States, and really make a difference. And in all of these types of interventions, there's always the opportunity to learn more about the diseases that cause these deformities. There's opportunities to see different cases and what would work best in different types of interventions. And so this is definitely one of those good feeling, happy feeling stories.
And I also think about her young adult life and the opportunities that are now open for her career path.
Definitely.
Where with the defect or the condition, she might not have been able to, for example, go into law enforcement.
True.
You know, with this, that might be a path she can now take. I'm just saying the world of possibilities have opened again through medicine, through medical intervention, right? So
definitely.
1 point for medicine and medical intervention this morning.
Definitely.
Right? Okay, so those are some interesting conversations, and we thank you for tuning in, for your engagement online, and also for staying locked in. In some of the comments, we have people, Samson Jacob saying good morning. Good morning to you, Samson Jacob. We have Michelle Guevara saying good morning, Belize. Happy Thursday. We have Margarita Burrows saying refreshing to see a new face and conversationalist. You're a conversationalist.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Miss Margarita. Merlene Neal saying good morning, Belize. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day yourself, Miss Neal. Eric Shane Perez, one of our faithful viewers. Sonia Singh saying blessed good morning, everyone. And Adele Callis saying good morning. Good morning to you as well, my dear. What we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into our weather update for this morning. So let's take it to our Eye on the Weather. All right, so this is today's forecast. It's going to be mostly sunny today and partly cloudy tonight. Little or no rain is expected. Man, the sun has been hot. Such a huge change from the weather we experienced a few weeks back with the cold. Temperatures today along the coast is going to be 85 degrees on the higher end and 77 degrees on Fahrenheit on the lower end. Inland, we're looking at 90 on the higher end and 70 on the lower end. And in the hills, 78 degrees Fahrenheit in the highs and 63 in the lows. Extended forecast. Let's look at what sort of weather we can expect tomorrow. 86 degrees along the coast and 91 degrees inland. So it looks like it's going to be a very hot Friday, so you got to prepare for that. And then the heat is going to turn up a notch on Saturday, according to the forecast. 87 degrees along the coast and 92 inland. And you know when they say 92, well, you feel like a little bit higher. So prepare for that even, and, you know, stay hydrated. But on Sunday, there's a dip. There is a dip in the temperature. One Lee bird come and tell me from way over so that we might go a Lee cold front, right? But we are confirmed that in the days to come. On Sunday, 84 degrees along the coast, 88 degrees inland. And then on Monday, the temperature dips even farther to 80 degrees along the coast and 83 inland. Not quite the 70s and the 60s that we saw weeks past, but it's a welcome number when you look at 91 and 92 for Friday and Saturday. Astronomical forecast, the sun rose this morning at 6:17 a.m. and it's going to set at 5:55 p.m. The moon is going to rise at 7:40 a.m. and the moon is going to set at 8:06 p.m. And then in our marine conditions, the sea state is going to be moderate to rough. It's been really windy, and so I think that has something to do with the moderate to rough forecast. The winds is going to blow from east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots. The tides today's low began at 5:26 a.m. and then we have a high today at 11:17 a.m. And then another low can be expected later on this evening at 5:34 p.m. and then later on into the night at 11:40 p.m. we have a high, we have another high. So that's another high tide later on tonight. And that does it for our Eye on the Weather, courtesy our friends at the National Meteorological Service of Belize. Jamie, can you send us off to the break?
Yes, thank you, Paul. So in our next conversation, we are going to be talking about understanding the rise of mosquito-borne diseases. So if you haven't yet, grab your morning pick-me-up, come right back, and we'll be talking about that in our next segment. We'll see you soon.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
GBM is turning the spotlight home. All Belizean, all day, every day. We're bringing to you more local and regional programs than ever before. Relive the classics you love. Plus, enjoy brand new stories that celebrates who we are, our people, our pride, our Belize. So whether you're at home, in the office, or on the go, keep GBM on, because now more than ever, Belize is on TV.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. This is our first conversation for this morning, and we have a pleasure of having on set internist specialist at St. Luke's Hospital, Dr. Ivan DePaz, and he's in to help us understand more about mosquito-borne illnesses. Dr. DePaz, good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for making the drive all the way from Belmopan to Garden State.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Now, when you think about mosquito-borne illnesses, what's the first and most important thing that you would want patients to know and understand?
I think when we are talking about mosquito-borne illnesses, I believe that most of the times we want accurate initial diagnosis.
Yeah.
Sometimes, as we are used to deal with things by ourselves, which is not bad, but with certain conditions, time is gold. So if you delay a diagnosis, that can potentially affect your chances of recovery or survival in some cases.
I'm really glad you mentioned that, because we were talking earlier, because I mentioned I've heard that malaria is eradicated in Belize, and for the average person, if you hear the word eradicated, you think, okay, well, it's completely gone. But that's not necessarily the case. Yeah. So it's really important that if you have symptoms, you don't say, well, I don't think it's malaria. You still want to be able to see a professional, a doctor, to make sure those symptoms aren't what the worst case would be is the malaria. So could you talk to us a little bit about what that means when you hear medical professionals say something is eradicated, and what does that mean for the everyday person if they think they might be experiencing symptoms?
It's something interesting, because in the past we believed that we had eradicated or eliminated the cases of tuberculosis.
Yes.
And then we have a viral condition, which is HIV, that brought back tuberculosis into the table.
Oh, wow.
So there is a problem with younger generation of physicians that when they were in medical schools, they might not have seen cases of tuberculosis or malaria. So now you have young physicians coming into the practice, trying to diagnose a disease that they have never seen.
Familiar with, yeah, they're not familiar with.
So in medicine, we have a saying that says you have to see one, you have to do one, and you have to teach one. So once you discuss a case of malaria, tuberculosis, syphilis,
yeah,
well then that will be in your mind for the rest of your life. So whenever you have a patient sitting in your consultation with you, you will start connecting the dots and recognizing patterns that you are like, oh, this case is a little different from what you would expect from a flu. So we have very effective programs of vector control in Belize. However, we can't forget that we have countries that are beside us, like Mexico and Guatemala, that they still have a lot of challenges in regards to public health. And then we are in a society that travels a lot.
Exactly.
So you can go to Mahawal, and then you come back with fever.
Right.
A mosquito bites you, and then it passes to someone else.
And we have the very recent case of COVID. COVID started across the globe from us and then turned into a global pandemic because of the, how often people travel and move. So keeping that in mind, when persons are traveling and they're experiencing symptoms that might be associated with malaria or other mosquito-borne diseases, what are some immediate things that they should do? Because typically, especially, I'm not trying to be gender biased, but men don't like going to the doctor.
You're fair and you're right.
So what immediate steps should they take?
I think that the most important challenge is that people are not in healthcare mentality. They are in vacation mentality, so they don't want anything to do with regards to healthcare.
That is so true.
So they delay seeking medical attention. Also, you are in another country, you are not familiar with the healthcare system, you don't really know where to go. And then you are hoping to come back home to get the problem solved. But a piece of advice would be, you need to be ready to change the disc, to change the chip, to change the mentality. If you are on vacations but you start to vomit, you start to have high fever, somebody needs to be the bigger person in the crowd and say, I think we have enjoyed enough, and now it's time to solve this problem and limit the collateral damage so we can go back home safe.
Crisis management mode.
I want to just take a quick step back because you mentioned tuberculosis. Help us to demystify tuberculosis.
The situation with tuberculosis is that it's usually associated with a weakened immune system. We have seen the emergence of new viruses like HIV virus. This is a virus that comes and compromises your immune system. So people are not aware that they have an HIV infection. They don't seek medical care until they have lost weight, they have diarrhea, they are having a lot of skin problems, and now they want to see a doctor. When you arrive in an advanced stage of disease, you open the door for opportunistic infections to jump inside of you. One of them is tuberculosis. Not only HIV, I have seen healthcare workers that are on treatment with immunosuppressants, steroids, or medications for lupus or rheumatoid arthritis, treat patients in the hospital with tuberculosis or pneumonia, and then they themselves get the infection. So any condition that weakens your immune system opens the door for you to have a condition like these ones.
It's that to say, and I just want to be clear, that if you don't have an underlying condition, that you're not as susceptible to contracting tuberculosis?
Your body's immune system should be able to fight off an uncomplicated tuberculosis case. We have our lymphocytes that will go and kill the infection at the port of entry, and you may only leave a scar. However, if you have an adequate immune system, but you are exposed to a multi-resistant tuberculosis bacteria. No matter how strong your immune system is, you will still get the disease because you are in front of something big. I have seen colleagues that are rotating in hospitals in Mexico, for example, and they acquire multi-resistant tuberculosis with an adequate immune status. Just by being a healthcare provider, you are at risk of acquiring these infections.
Yeah, and one of the things I've noted finally on that is that some of the symptoms are similar to a lot of the common infections and diseases that we know, correct?
When I was born, HIV was just being released to the world.
Right.
So when I went to medical school, we had few cases of HIV. We had tuberculosis because I trained in Guatemala, and Guatemala has malnutrition and different conditions that still make tuberculosis prevalent. However, there was no H1N1, there was no COVID-19, there was no monkeypox.
Right.
Now you have doctors that are facing illnesses that they didn't see while they were in medical school. And you have to adapt, because in the past they used to instruct us as, it can't be malaria and dengue. You need to pick one of the two. And you will come with this mentality that it's malaria because of this, it's dengue because of that. Now we have different layers. And yes, it can be salmonella and malaria at the same time.
Right.
And that's why the physical findings don't match, because you are like, no, but it's not salmonella because the white blood cell is adequate, it's not low. But then why this recurrent fever? I am already giving the patient antibiotics. Yes, you are giving antibiotics for the salmonella. You are not treating the malaria, for example.
Yeah. Well, I'm really confident in the medical community to be able to adapt to these new and upcoming diseases and conditions. So, in your opinion, as a medical professional, what are some of the ways that the researchers, the doctors can collate this data and use it to develop better technology? Because, you know, if like Paul said, a lot of these diseases have very similar symptoms, you know, the fever, the diarrhea, the nausea, the coughing, it looks very similar. So what, in the medical community, what is there the hope that we can assume that there are going to be better tests or better technology for us to be able to be more definite about these diseases, or is it just that we have to just kind of guess and figure it out as we go?
I think the Medical Council of Belize is requiring for doctors to have a certain amount of credit hours each year. On a yearly basis, you have to submit your continuous medical education certificates.
Right.
That's been evolving as the Medical Council is evolving. Eventually, we should be to a point where the most common conditions in Belize should be reflected in the certificates that you provide to the Medical Council. Like, yes, it's important that you learn about lymphoma,
right,
but it is more important for you to learn about cervical cancer, because we have a lot of cases of cervical cancer. Breast cancer.
Yes.
So, well, it's interesting to be learning about lymphoma or myeloma.
Yeah.
Well, it's better for us to clean the house first, and then try to venture in other conditions.
And that collection of data is really important as well, because that's the data we'll use to drive decision making and to create the new technologies. But I know that you also brought some slides, Dr. De Paz, on chikungunya. Do you want to walk us through those slides?
Well, yes. Since we were talking about mosquito illnesses, we are familiar with dengue.
Yes. My dad had dengue.
That's like the most common.
Right.
But now we have an increasing number of cases of another mosquito transmitted illness, which is chikungunya. We have it in South America. We have some cases in Cuba. So we are traveling every time. We have Belizeans going to Dominican Republic, to Brazil, to Suriname. So then they come back home. And even though we have not seen cases of chikungunya for quite some years, it's very important for us to keep it present because this condition is similar to dengue, but it can become chronic. Dengue would affect you. You are lucky you survive, and you continue with your life.
Right.
Chikungunya is something different. You get the similar symptoms: fever, joint aches.
Yes.
And then you have a rash, but then you can remain with chronic joint pain and develop what we call a chronic arthritis.
Oh, wow.
So it's the same mosquito for dengue, it's the same mosquito for Zika. And the problem is that we don't have a specific antiviral. So it's just for you to pass the disease. Luckily for us, chikungunya is not as lethal as dengue could be. You do have some fatalities every now and then, but it's mostly in people that have advanced age or have chronic conditions like diabetes, heart problems.
Right.
But the game is the same. You need to up your game in prevention strategies. You need to clean your yard.
Yes.
You need to make sure you are in communication with public health. You see the alerts, and you need to recognize your symptoms. You need to recognize your symptoms, when you should deal with your problem at home and when you should seek medical care.
One of the things I'm realizing is how deadly and dangerous mosquitoes are. These little things, and you're saying it's the same mosquito with dengue, it's the same mosquito with chikungunya. It's like to say when a mosquito bites me, it's Russian roulette. I'm not sure which one of the infection is carrying or which one I will contract, and I better pray and hope that it's none of them, right? But one of the recommendations you make is to stay indoors within peak mosquito hours. How do you determine that?
Well,
well, if you live at Ladyville, the 4:45 to 5:20, that's when they descend. They descend.
Is that the case usually in the evenings at the set of the sun?
The mosquito for dengue, Zika, and chikungunya is usually a daytime biter. The mosquito for malaria is a nighttime biter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're say that again, please, because that was a bar.
The mosquito, the Aedes aegypti, that's for arboviruses, for dengue, Zika, chikungunya. That's a daytime biter.
A daytime, okay.
And then in the nighttime,
that's the malaria, the Anopheles mosquito.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So one of the things that people can do is just keep like off and the sprays around. I have it in my purse. Like if you go to the stores, they sell little wipes that you can keep in your purse just in case you feel a bite. That I start to be a bit more proactive, especially with my pets as well, because the mosquitoes, they not discriminate. They bite everybody. They bite everything. So I've just been trying to be more proactive in that way by keeping off and wipes to make sure if I feel mosquitoes, I do that.
Yeah, it's important to have your mosquito repellent, to wear long sleeves sometimes if you're going out, to have your screens well adjusted at home. Maybe you can buy some fish as well to put there. And be healthy. Be very healthy, try to exercise, try to not acquire chronic conditions. When I was a medical student, diabetes patients, we would see them at 65 years old, 70 years old. Colon cancer patients, 60 years old. Now that I'm a practicing doctor, I see diabetics 35 years old.
That's type 2 diabetes.
Type 2 diabetes. Colon cancer, 45 years old. So we have very little room for mistake for certain conditions on these days, and it's not to sound alarming and oh my God, the bank wants you in debt, the doctors want you sick, and you have all these theories. The business people want you to buy Valentine gifts and stuff like that. But if the aim of your medical practice is to prevent disease, well, you need to be aware that you need to be on top of your game with disease prevention for the things that you can prevent. Other conditions you can prevent, like
autoimmune.
Autoimmune, rheumatoid arthritis, or a vasculitis. But for the things that you have screening tests, like cervical cancer for the females, the pap smears, the mammograms, colonoscopy for males and females, PSA for males, well, you don't take your chances with those.
What does treatment look like when it comes to chikungunya?
The treatment is basically supportive.
Okay.
You need to keep the patient hydrated.
Right.
You need to prevent more people to get infected. So you need to isolate this person, avoid this person to get bitten by the mosquitoes, and then Tylenol for pain. Some patients get upset with us.
With the Tylenol.
My God, I'm paying so much for you to give me Tylenol. Might as well I go. When you don't know a patient, and the patient is already sick, you don't want to expose the patient to an allergic reaction if the patient is already having an illness. So you usually play with the medications and you escalate based on the response of the patient. So if chikungunya has a lot of joint aches and maybe Tylenol may not be enough, after you rule out dengue, you can step up the treatment to something like ibuprofen. Why I say after you rule out dengue? Because the conditions are very similar. In one you use Tylenol and you avoid diclofenac, ibuprofen. That's dengue?
Yeah, dengue.
And chikungunya, Tylenol may not help you with the joint ache, so you may need to increase your pain medications.
And that's an important distinction because I know a young woman who had dengue, took ibuprofen, it exacerbated the blood cells or whatever the chemistry is, and she ended up passing because of the misinformation about what you should take when you're experiencing pain when you have dengue. So that's really important.
We saw it a lot with COVID-19. Everybody had the recipe for COVID-19. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm not going to get the vaccine. Everybody became a doctor suddenly when it was the COVID-19. And everybody got whatever they put in. At the beginning, sometimes they may take it as a joke. Oh, I got COVID, I'm going 2 weeks home. Then 4 months later, I got COVID again. And then 1 year later, I got COVID again. And you're like, are you what? Are you kissing the patients every time they come to see you or what? Because how come you already have four infections of COVID-19? Now that we realize about long COVID, that we realize that COVID-19 has the capacity to stay inside of you and produce an inflammatory process inside of you that may trigger diabetes or autoimmune diseases, then we realize the consequences of getting so many infections.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway from this conversation for me is to always consult a professional. Always consult a doctor, always consult a medical practitioner.
Not Dr. Google.
Not Dr. Google. It can be helpful sometimes, but Dr. Google might tell you, go and consult a real doctor. And so I think that is my key takeaway from this. Whether it's tuberculosis, chikungunya, dengue, malaria, always go to your doctor. And that's where you can really get that person-to-person advice and guidance and direction and even intervention, which is important in many of these cases.
And be completely upfront. Some patients, I know they don't like to say everything, or if they have a pain, or they might think it's not important. Everything is important. My sister always tells me, because she's a doctor, she's like, when you go to the doctor, everything is important. It doesn't matter if you think it's not important to the doctor. They can associate it with different symptoms, different diseases, and they're the medical professionals that can give you the proper diagnosis and the information you need to be better.
Excellent. So Dr. DePaz, I'll give you an opportunity to share some final comments and thoughts.
Yeah, something that I used to like a lot whenever I was in the pediatric rotations is that you will have to talk with the parents to be able to obtain the information, because this kid will not be able. So that is very important. Communication. Sometimes you go alone to see the doctor, I think it's better for you to go with somebody else because you may not be telling me the whole story.
Yes.
Or you may be sick and you don't understand the instructions. So communication is very important. I don't think it's bad for you to go to the web to read about illnesses. You just need to make sure you read from the adequate sources.
Yeah.
And recognize your limitations.
Yes.
If you are in media, well, you have a certain capacity to understand the medical information.
Yeah.
Wherever your limitations reach, well, that's where you continue with a healthcare provider.
I love that. That's great advice, Doc.
Thank
We want to thank you so much for joining us on set, for traveling all the way from Belmopan and really dropping insight. I love how down to earth you are as well, I have to say, and how engaging and interactive you are. So I'm sure your patients enjoy your company. At least I would imagine.
Especially when they start feeling better.
Especially when they start feeling better. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for inviting us. And we are always willing to assist in the dissemination of medical information. With so many information available in the internet, you just need to know the right sources. And if you don't know the right sources, go to the Ministry of Health website so you can read the information. They would usually redirect you to other places. So thank you for inviting us. And if you need anything else, we will be here to assist.
Excellent. All right, so with that, we're going to take another break. And when we come back, we have the Belize City Defenders on set with us to talk about the launch of the NEBL season. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. Love your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquit Equipment Parts Service.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
The NEBL bounces off with a big opening weekend this Friday night at the Belize Civic Center. The Biting Tiger Sharks goes head-to-head with the upstart Cayo Western Ballers in our 7:30 p.m. opener. Then in Game 2 at 9 p.m., the big bad Belize City Defenders will try to defend the city as they come under fire from the Orange Walk Running Rebels. At the end of the first and third quarter, fans will get a chance to win cell phones, TVs, weekend stay, plus more. The first 300 kids get a free popcorn. Ozzy the Clown will be clowning around the debut of the NEBL girls. And at halftime, the big $5,000 cash Ministry of Tourism, Youth, Sports and Diaspora Relations Shooting Challenge. The General Super G alongside Champion Squad out of Miami, No Fear DJs and more. On Saturday night, 8 p.m., we head to Belmopan at the UB Gymnasium as the Belmopan Trojans look to overthrow the new Warriors from the North, the Corozal Spartans. Giveaways all night, plus live performance by Vida, sponsored by the Government of Belize.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy 8. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
That's me. My data done, and I really need to get my order out today.
Really? Well, you can join our smart group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
We are hooping into our second segment to talk about the opening of the NEBL. Joining us on the couch is John Marsden, who's the marketing director for the Belize City Defenders, and two of the players from the Belize City Defenders. We have Dara Smiles, who is a point guard, a forward. And GB Adio, who is a guard on the Belize City Defenders. So welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for being on the couch, and I'm going to be learning quite a lot. I was just mentioning that I'm not the biggest basketball expert, so I'm happy to have you guys on the couch today. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So, John, tomorrow, it's today or tomorrow? Tomorrow is the launch of the season. Correct. What should Belizeans expect from Belize City Defenders?
Not only from the Defenders, from the entire league. It's a new era of basketball. Okay. Why we say new era is we've come together as owners, stakeholders of this league, and put all differences aside, and we brought in to the table the government of Belize to help us push this initiative. Right? The basketball has never had a grand prize as big as what we're playing for this year. The grand prize is first place gets $70,000 and second place gets $30,000. The second place is bigger than anything we've ever played for. Wow. Right? So it's something that all teams recognize. All teams has put their best foot forward. I mean, Dara is a huge guy. He's 7 feet. Right? Other teams saw that we brought in a 7-footer and went for a 6'10", 6'11", 6'7" foot person. Right? So we're going to have the competition level is going to be elevated, right? And it starts tomorrow. I keep telling people that you get to see 4 of the teams of the 7 teams for one price tomorrow.
Right. That's not usually done. It's usually one game per ticket.
It's now you just get 2 teams you're able to see. This time we're able to see 4. Tiger Sharks and the Defenders came together, and we say, okay, let's start with the season with a bang. We're having incredible entertainment. Like we brought in champion squad from Miami. And of course, we have to support our own. We have Super G performing at the halftime show.
Very nice.
We have No Fear DJs. Last night we were prepping the Civic, and the guys were like, "Yo, this is vibe." You know, we were having a very good practice last night. All the guys were coming together. So, on the part of the defenders, we are ready, right? We been preparing ourselves from the beginning of the year. We started in January, and last night was our final practice before game. We still have workout tonight, but it's a different style. We're going to do something different. But the team is ready. The team is gelling. The team has a brotherhood. The team is fun. The team is excited to come out to the Civic tomorrow to have people know it's a vibe. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a family event. It's going to be something that all your ma, your pa, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your granny could enjoy. Right? The ticket prices are super, super cheap. $10 for a general admission. If you want to sit in the VIP area, it's $25, and if you want to be courtside when they sweat and they sling their hand, you feel a little sweat fire, that's $50. And for kids, it's only $5.
Very nice.
Right?
So Darius and GB, you're new to Belize. You're transplanted from Dallas and Cleveland originally. What were your expectations coming to Belize?
I mean, I heard a lot of good things about Belize before I came. My agent told me like how good of a city it was, how nice of a city it was, how good the program was. He was like, if you go here, you're gonna be a better basketball player. Like, not gonna go to some other pro team and just play. Like, they're gonna push you and all that. So like that's the type of stuff I want to hear as a basketball player, especially leaving America.
Right.
You know, so it's like, but credit to Big John and all the coaches and the staff. Like, I love it. Like, I love Belize. They told me it was like every American that come here want to stay. I definitely could see myself staying. Yeah, so I love it here.
What about you, GB?
And for me, I already knew that coming in it was going to be a very beautiful place. Like, I knew it would be aesthetically pleasing on all cylinders, but I didn't know about how good the people would be. Like, the people here, everybody is like, excuse me, everybody here is like good-hearted, kind, you know, and usually coming from like a whole different country, they tell you like, you know, watch out for people you're in the area you don't know, but it's just like, when people see I'm with like the defenders, like anybody in the organization, it's like it's all love from everywhere. And this is like a beautiful thing. It's like I see my people every day. Like, you know, coming in here, I didn't know what to expect, but I'm just looking, it's like somebody that looks like me every day, you know, so it's like,
nice.
I love it here. I see why people don't leave.
Yeah, I could tell people are going to love you guys. You're both tall, you're good-looking young men, you're talented. Watch out for the ladies. But I would imagine that you all came here focused, with your heads on your bodies, ready to lock in and compete and give the fans a good time. Talk a bit briefly on your experience with basketball and how your journey has brought you to where you are today.
Well, I played college about 4 years, and then after that, it was like, you know, I tried to go to the G League, it didn't work out. So I had to look overseas scene, and I was like, you ask, in the basketball world, it's a lot of people hit or miss with overseas basketball for Americans, you know, so it's like, you kind of got to go experience it for yourself, you know, so that's why I was so picky. And I'm glad I got this team, you know, like a winning team, like that's important, not playing losing basketball, you know, like winning basketball. So the winning culture is already here, and I bring it, he bring it every day, like, so it's like, you love to see that, like somebody that push you. Like, we're roommates, we wake up every day, go to the gym every single day, push each other, wake each other up, like that matters to win, you know. So it's like, yeah.
For you?
For me, same thing. I played college basketball 4 years, and then after it was like, I found out I had what it takes to go to the next level, you know. I ended up having an injury that put me down for a little bit, so like I was kind of watching like some of my peers, you know, go pro, do this and that, and I was just like, but the thing about me is I've always been like grounded, so I just kept my head down, kept working, and like God blessed me with an opportunity like this. So like, if you see how they treat us, if you see how the Defenders organization like treats all their players, like it's amazing, you know. So me being able to be in this situation with guys like these, like he said, like we would wake up every day, we talk about basketball, we go to the gym, like this is where we eat, sleep, breathe, and it's like, it's fun for us. Like, it's not a job for us. Like, I don't see it as a job. Like, we get to do what we love every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, with my journey in basketball, just to bring that full circle, it was like the 4 years in college, they went good, broke my foot. It was tragic, you know. Stayed down, worked, recovered fully, got better, and then landed this opportunity, and it was like, the sky's the limit, you know.
Well, it sounds really intentional how this team was put together, John. What goes into creating the Belize City Defenders?
Besides finding talent, we need people that buy into what we are pushing, right? The Defenders team for this year in the locker room is unfinished business, right? We say unfinished business because we've always been the bridesmaids, right? We always came in second. We've never had a championship. This year, the focus coming into this league is, are you ready to win a championship? That's the first thing we ask all players. Are you ready to win a championship? Are you ready to do what it takes to win a championship? We went and we sourced one of our own. He used to be the original defender, one of our first, Darwin Populously, as a coach. These guys can tell you he is very minute in how he coaches. We're playing scrimmaging, and GB doesn't use a pick correctly. Stop. This is how we want to use a pick. If they give Dara a pass and it's kind of low, no, we can't give him slow pass. The pass needs to be above here, right? So the coach extends a level of professionalism, and he pushes it on the players, right? But the main focus is that we're focused. The entire team is focused on delivering a championship for the Defenders this year.
I have to say that while you all have not delivered a championship, the culture that you've been able to build over the years is unmatched. I'm talking about the basketball culture within your team, the fan culture. I don't know that there is any sort of fan base quite like the Defenders fan base. I mean, they're ready for fight phone, right? They're ready for go up on the court. And who you they talk to, right? And then time that just player to player thing, but fans that's the type of culture you all have been able to build and following, almost cultish. But it's a testament, right? It's a testament to the work and the brand that this team has put forward. Who else do you all have on the roster this year?
So we released our roster yesterday. We have returning players are Alejandro Baptiste, better known as Bonje, Raul Vanegas, better known as Lito G, John Kelly, better known as Talent, Nigel Hoop Kid Jones. I mean, he's honorary Belizean. He's an American that loves Belize so much that he doesn't want to go home. He's far from retired. We have Devon Campbell, who is a Belize. Most people think he's an American, but he's actually a naturalized Belizean. He has his Belize papers. And I'm missing one person. Who else am I missing?
Do you have, we're talking about returning.
Returning, yeah.
Okay, I don't.
So this is
Shane Pratt.
Oh yes, Shane, my rookie. Shane. Shane is returning. I forget Shane.
Yeah.
So and then we've added 2 local players that used to play on another team. We've gotten Jaden Lopez from the Belize.
I'm sure Belmopan not happy about that.
I don't think so, but we're happy for him. So he's a young talent. We've gotten Darnell Oden from. He's originally from Punta Gorda, but he played with Kaya Western Ballers last year. Very good forward. And then we've added new young pieces. We have a 17-year-old talent who is 6'7". His name is Kelvin Kamabach. Huge expectation from that young man. Big body, hungry for prove himself in this league. We've added another 6'7", 19-year-old Michael Caceres. We've added a 6'1", 18-year-old who is Jason Orozco. So we've gotten
Jason.
Yeah, we've gotten young talents. We've added our 2 imports who are GB and Darius, who are very energetic pieces that comes with a skill set that last night we had a couple people just looking at the workouts and was like, yo, I want to find them guys from just appear out of the sky. And also, am I forgetting anybody? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think everybody you've mentioned has been on the screen.
We're 13. We have 13 players on the team, and we're like I tell people, we're 1 to 13 deep. From 1 to 10 can dunk the ball. I don't want to say which two can't dunk the ball, but you know, so we're very athletic. We built this team to be an athletic team, a team with high IQ. Again, like I tell you, the coach preaches IQ basketball. We don't play basketball. This is like a science to him, and he, like, I watch it, like, it's kind of, I don't want to say boring, but it's kind of like you have to know basketball to love what he's teaching. Right, and he teaches these guys the science on basketball, right? So I'm excited to see what the team will put off for the crowd. I expect what I see in workout to triple because the adrenaline is pumping. But just to let people know, remember the gates open at 6.
Where can you get tickets and when do they go on sale?
So tickets are live right now on Quick Pass. Or tomorrow we'll be opening at the box office at 10 a.m. Okay. Where tickets will be on sale. We have shirts on sale. The after party for the game is at the Shisha nightclub. We got DJ Reem from Champion Squad playing inside there, so it's going to be a nice event after Defenders done win. We're going to go to Shisha to celebrate.
You all are playing Orange Walk?
We are playing Orange Walk. Orange Walk is another competitive team. Like I say, I tell people, I think every team has an ability to compete this year.
That's true.
Right? And honestly, because I think everybody has seen the grand prize being that large, we're motivated to go and put your best team out.
Now, doors open at 6. Is there like an opening ceremony?
So yes, the doors open at 6. The opening ceremony starts at 7. Where we do the entire inauguration of the league, our prayers, our national anthem, and the first game tips off at 7:30 between the San Pedro Tiger Sharks versus the Kaya Western Ballers. Both teams, the Tiger Sharks are completely revamped, and the Western Ballers are bringing their core along with, they've gotten the likes of Coupe, Victor Evans, you know, Jeremiah Tony returns. Western Ballers. So they're gonna. That's gonna be a great first game. Yeah. I'm hoping to make sure I can catch that first game because I want to watch a great basketball. Again, we tell people it's a family event. We start early because we want to bring the kids. The first 300 kids gets free popcorn. We'll have Ozzy the Clown clowning around with the kids. We have the half-court shot is a big deal this year. Where it's called the All for Tourism, Sports, Youth, and Diaspora. It's 4 shots for $5,000, right? So if you're a male, you hit a layup, you hit a free throw, go to the 3-point, shoot a 3-pointer, and if you catch the half-court shot, you win $5,000 in your hands, right? If you're a female, you hit a left-hand layup, a right-hand layup, or left side layup, right side layup, not necessarily have to use the same. You know, go to the free throw, you catch a free throw, you go to the 3-pointer, you catch a 3-pointer, and you win $5,000. Right? So you have to start. Jamie used to be a basketball player.
Me, I don't do football, but I guess all balls.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to wrap up on that note. So with that, want to thank you all for joining us on set this morning, and we look forward to opening night. I have my money on the Western Ballers at game 1. And then on the Defenders for game 2,
choice.
right?
How are you, Jim?
Great choice. Right? So congratulations, guys, on a new season and a reconfigured team, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to Belize.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so with that, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we have more Open Your Eyes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Introducing BB Insurance. Built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
I crossed borders in Central America, searching for the stories behind the places we think we know. I'm Sabrina Daly, traveling as a Belizean, curious about the culture, the people, and the experiences that make each destination stand out. From the spirited landscapes of Honduras to the evolving heartbeat of El Salvador.
Go pupusas!
This journey explores what it really feels like to travel our region. This is Across Borders.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. This is our 3rd conversation for this morning, and we have no stranger joining us on set, the man himself, Mr. Dara. Welcome back to the set, sir.
Blessed morning.
It's a pleasure having you as always.
Yeah.
You always bring the good vibes and the good events.
The only thing left now of here again is salary, because
That's not the only thing left. But no worry, we have talked about it after this, and we have put you up on the payroll.
Yeah, but
so
I'm grateful for you always.
Of course,
being part of this.
we always show you the support.
Right.
You just come off of your Bob Marley event,
right?
And I know you don't know an event where you do or you could pull off by your own.
No.
Right? You got people where they're behind the scenes or work it you. And you also got the supporters where come out.
Well, like you said, first of all, blessed morning, I want to start by thanking everybody who come out and support the 22nd annual Bob Marley tribute, you know. The food people that will come and benefit from it, the people will come out and support. I also want to mention that congratulations to Lisa Kanake. She won the cycle.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was exciting because she was right out there, so that everybody catch the excitement. For those who support that, thank you too. We look forward for the Lucky Dube in August, Ruffle Sounding again, and work continue. But in a month, February the 28th, Saturday, February the 28th, I did new venue, but I did do an old school thing. When I say old school, I mean like with the feature classic music, you know, and normally people that say old school and the first thing up on their mind are dancehall.
Yeah.
With me now, when I do old school, you want get every sort of music, including, you know, this old-time soca, the dancehall, the old-time reggae, the old-time broke down punta, you name it. Then guys, Tony G and Waters and provide that. What happened over the people now we have their venue, a lot of them they contact me for like do events that are in place because when they look for the same kind of audience will follow me and a mature crowd where one come, have one good time and support. And I pick and choose who I work with and who I want to go with because I have to make sure that where I carry my following, they are comfortable. That one era where nobody smoking, one era where come with a dress code. And this place, Titanic, you know, family, I forgot how them in name.
The part in there.
Then they on the Philip Golson Highway across from Immigration.
Oh, right up here, man.
Right after Flour Mill.
Yeah, then got like one.
They had a properly name. One.
I remember.
But I know.
Just the other day. That's fine.
New owner, and this guy really put in the work and fix up the place nice, you know, AC down and thing. Then just do the first opening last week Friday. So we link and I decide I won't care this dance there, you know. Of course, as usual, people always ask Dara, they got parking. He also got one area for parking and so. We're charging a small entrance fee for enter, just $10, and you could come out and have fun and enjoy one clean event. Because that's my brand. I make sure that whatever I put out there, you know, offend anybody that come to my event. The music won't be nothing but clean, no
so
slap.
Open to everybody.
Right. It's just for adults, no kids over the car. You know that it's a lounge and club, the Titanic. Again, the venue is right across from the Immigration building, right after Flour Mill.
What make you think? Why do you think people drawn to your events and follow you like a religion?
I like the question because I ask myself this. I see people imitate what I do, even go for the DJ then where I use, and it don't work. But when I do it, somehow that have to be a godly thing now, a blessing. It's just something I feel like, I don't know how even to explain it, that people attach. I don't got nothing for even though with the feeding program or how I carry myself. It's just that I think when I get a little talent and I go there and I do promotion, I go all out and I make sure if you complain, I say, man, Dara, come and stand up whole night. I know when you come again next time, I make sure I have more chairs, more things. I listen because you're never too old to learn. If you complain the DJ, they not play music long enough, I talk to the DJ, come on, it's no club thing, you know. But I listen and I now start to do things for the mature crowd, and now then glad Bob Marley done, can I say that when we can get back with dance and thing, you know. Yeah. There is a lot in the pipeline where I have for get done, but right now the focus from the old school.
When one final question, how long this dance you're going on for?
Well, we just start 9 and we go until 3, you know.
9 to 3,
yeah,
so
yeah.
6 hours of old school music.
Yeah,
then DJs got it in a clip.
Come on, we deal with 2 veterans. I mean, Tony G. Derong, well, worse waters, you know, and these guys know already how we do it like servicemen. Same way we have figure we squeeze in moment, you know, the souls of a play. Correct. But yeah, be one old school thing, you understand? But first time I work at the venue, and if thing go bless and everything, we do back thing there again, but I still have, you know, the ex-servicemen league, some bookings for there. But the events that we keep food by the table and make sure they think the rules, so I welcome it. I mean, I get called out from the district that when you bring the event out this side and thing, but I explain to them, if that just will make money, you have to think that way. Yeah. Once you want to work with me, you have to think about give back. Yeah. Just like charitable roots, they work with them and they give back the orange work, you understand? Yeah. But I'm open to meet with anybody and
so when you could work out for the rest of the country.
As long as people are benefit from the events, then you understand that? That's just my thing.
Well, Mr. Dara, I have to tell you congrats on the success of your Bob Marley event, and also congrats on continuing to promote these sort of
clean vibes,
clean, mature events. I think that is very much needed in Belize in the midst of all this sort of lewd events that we have
because
here.
A lot of things happen for the young people, but the more mature crowd, they don't really have a set spot where they can go and like.
Maybe the next thing you want to do is open your own spot.
Well, that will be the greatest move right there. But then thing they call it cost.
The 100%. So tickets you pay for at the entrance.
Yeah, entrance. If you want to get it early, you could call 623-3662, 623-3662 and get your ticket. But of course, at the entrance. Again, it's next week, Saturday, the 28th of February.
All right.
Titanic and Bar and Dara Cyber present Old School Dance.
Excellent.
Tony G. Waters.
Mr. Dara, thank you so much for your time.
Always thank Channel 5 for giving me the plug because the dance show well listened to, you know.
Indeed, indeed. Well, thank you too.
Thanks.
All right, so with that, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, before we wrap the show up, we're going to have a little challenge. Jamie and I are going to take on each other in a little word game. It's going to last for a short moment, and then we're going to wrap the show up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
I crossed borders in Central America, searching for the stories behind the places we think we know. I'm Sabrina Daly, traveling as a Belizean, curious about the culture, the people, and the experiences that make each destination stand out. From the spirited landscapes of Honduras to the evolving heartbeat of El Salvador.
Go pupusas!
This journey explores what it really feels like to travel our region. This is Across Borders.
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
All right, so we are back with a word challenge. You may have seen this on the rounds on social media where couples, friends, they start a word with, they have a word, but it's the blanks are not filled in. So you get the first letter and the last letter, and the trick and the challenge is to who comes up with the word first.
The word or a word?
A word that uses the first and the last letter that you're presented with. You get a point.
Okay, so in essence, I have the beginning of the word and the end of the word.
Yeah.
And I just have to make a word where got that beginning and that end. So fill in the blank.
Right. So for instance, if the first word is,
S.
first letter is S and the last letter is K, then a word could be?
Sick.
Good. So it's called the letter lock challenge, and we are going to be locking in some letters with some words today.
All right, so we have
how good we are.
About 7 minutes or so to go through this. So
Okay.
let's see how many.
Hopefully I don't embarrass myself on national television.
Don't worry about that. I'll do that for you. D and E.
So we have Mona in our ears telling us what the letters are.
Before we continue, we can't do names, right? Because I don't
we have to set some rules. Right. No names. I feel like the person who has the longer word should get the point, but we are using
I like that. I like that.
I
right?
mean, right?
So we could use the buzzer.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
if you find
you
that-
have a longer
all right,
word. Okay.
then-
All
all
right.
right.
Sounds
So
good.
D and E. But we got okay. good.
Divine.
Divine. I can't stick too long because it would be cheating. I don't have a longer word
5,
than divine.
4. Duplicate.
Oh my gosh. Oh, where's Sabrina to lose when I need her?
Degenerate.
Okay, done. That's good.
Okay, next word.
You got that one.
Okay.
W and R.
Wonder.
I mean, I said war. Wait, you said wonder? I have one. Wealthier.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, I got the earth.
Okay, next one. Yeah.
R and S. We just go plurals. Residuals.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
That's
one.
a really good one.
Yeah. So, you got one?
Ragamuffins.
Oh.
That's longer. Okay.
S and T.
S and T.
Yes.
Shot put.
Shot put. That two, that one.
That's
that
one. That's
word.
one. That's one.
That's
word.
shot, man.
Yeah.
I got a better one.
Okay.
Silt. That's shot.
Oh, I have a better one than that. Stalwart.
Stalwart. I have a better one than that.
I don't think so.
See it, but I tried to shot side. All right, you got that one. M and A.
M and A. I want to think say Moana, but we know the no names.
Marina.
That's pretty good.
And A. That's 5.
Marinara.
Marinara. Okay. I have a better one.
5, 4, 3, 2. Time's up.
I don't have a better one. What could go?
Oh. Like the Macarena.
Macarena. That's a good one. O and N.
O and N. Onion.
Onion. Good.
I have another one. Ooh, I
Wait,
have a
before
good
you
one.
do your other one, I can give my one. O and N. All,
I have another one.
I have it. No, I don't.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't.
My favorite animal, the orangutan.
Orangutan.
Yes.
I don't think I could top orangutan. I'm horrible at this game. I'm probably thinking
5,
at this
4,
time.
3. Olympian.
Olympian, that's
We
a
had
good
some
one.
Olympic-sized men on the couch just now.
All right, you are really showing off now, Jamie.
J and E. Jamie.
Jamie, no names. J and E.
That's a hard one.
J.
That's right. Are there words that start with J and end with E?
Jungle.
Oh, jingle.
Jingle. There's same amount of letters, so that's
Jungle.
fine. Jungle. Yep, I think that's same amount as jingle.
Oh, I have one.
Go ahead.
Jamboree.
Jamboree. Yeah, I don't think I could top jamboree.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I got top jamboree.
Yeah.
Sorry, forget it.
They used to have a restaurant when in Jamboree, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we have more.
All right. Next one, Mona.
V and E.
Vianney.
Yeah, no names.
Okay. Vasculate.
Vasculate.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
It sounds like a word.
That's not a word. It's called not a word, and I'll say ventilate. Oh! That's a word.
That is definitely a word.
Ventilate. Can we go longer than ventilate?
I don't think so. I think that's a pretty good one. Variegate.
Variegate?
Variegate, like plants, like variegate. Yeah.
I feel like you just make
no,
up
no, no.
words at this point.
Like no, because I'm a plant connoisseur. You have variegated plants, so you can write. I have monas in my ear.
Yeah.
So when the plants have different stripes and different colors, they're called variegated plants. You can variegate, like create new species of plants.
It's like you're creating new words?
Yeah.
Made up. All right, variegate. I give you variegate.
Next
C
letter
and
C
R.
and R.
CPR.
Connoisseur.
That ends with an R?
It does end with an R. It's an originally French word, but it's now adopted into the English language. Like when you're a word connoisseur. Like when you're a word connoisseur. Like when you are a word connoisseur.
You really don't get the extra points for showing off, Jamie.
Ooh, cavalier.
That
Like
ends
me.
with an R.
That also ends with an R. It does end with an R.
I have one. Car. Right? Is that correct? Car.
Okay, next one.
T and N.
Is that N or M? As in N. Oh, N as in nail. So T and N.
T and N. I mean, you could go tin, but that's too thin of a word.
I'm going to give you some time because I have a few words.
Do you?
Yeah.
And I'm just like stunned, like a deer in a headlight. T and
You've got
N.
this. You've got this.
All
You've
right,
got
give me
this.
an opportunity to find one good one. T and N. Help me out, chat. Help me out, chat.
You've got it. I believe in
T
you.
and N.
I believe in you. T and N.
Aha, I got
T
one.
and N. Aha.
No, that is not T.
You're almost
Go
at
ahead, Jimmy.
10.
10. Well, I said tin. I mean, but I want it to be like you. Like big words.
Oh, big
made
words.
up words.
Big words. You've got it. Let's go say.
No, I'm lost.
Talon.
Talon.
Talon. That's a
good
decent
one.
sized word.
No, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hearing that I am the winner.
I heard you won. Yeah, so Jimmy, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And
I'm gonna officially put this on my CV.
Yeah, and it's only
putting this on
fitting.
my CV.
You've definitely shown the champion spirit this morning by filling in and showing up and doing your best.
Thank
and
you.
so it was only right that we planned behind the scenes for you to win this game. Right? So congratulations.
This, my people, this is what you call years and years of playing Wordle at night when you cannot fall asleep.
All right. So, well, we have to wrap this show up.
Yeah.
So it is Thursday, February 19th.
It is
right?
Soon it'll be March.
Soon it will be March.
Soon it'll be
March,
July.
right? Well,
soon it'll be Christmas.
Don't get so fast rushed there because we got Easter.
True,
and everybody
true.
look forward to Easter, right? So let's skip Easter.
Okay.
But
I'll
it's
calm
February
down.
19th, and if it's your birthday today, we'd like to say happy birthday to you. If you have any birthday celebration, shout outs, questions, comments, or concerns that you'd like to have us know, you could drop us a line at or to our email at openyoureyes@greaterbelize.com. You can also catch us on Facebook. Do you know our Facebook handle is right there?
Yes,
you can tell our viewers.
at Open Your Eyes BZ, and on Instagram we're also OYE Belize. I think we're also on TikTok.
We're also on TikTok. We don't have that up there, but TikTok is Open Your Eyes.
Yes.
And then you could also call
You
us
can give
or
us a
text
call
us.
at 675-2555.
But remember to join us tomorrow for What the Friday. When you open your eyes,
start your morning right.
Until then, be sure to keep your eyes, your minds,
and your heart open.
See you all tomorrow.
Take care. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.